In the past century, airplanes have evolved from being small and fast aircraft, propelled by propellers, to huge aircraft carried thousands of feet into the air by turbofan jet engines. Which of these engineering wonders, however, is the biggest plane ever made? Join us today to discover the 10 largest planes in the world. C-17 Globemaster. The largest military aircraft in the U.S. is the C-17 Globemaster, which serves as the main workhorse. Since the plane's introduction in 1991, 279 Globemasters have been created. The C-17 airlifted is capable of performing airlifts, medical evacuations, and airdrop operations all over the world while transporting people and cargo. It can carry a payload of 85.5 tons. 9. Boeing 747-8. The 747 is undoubtedly the other important passenger aircraft. The most modern 747-8 is the longest model, being just over 3 meters longer than the A380. However, its maximum capacity is only 605. Again, this is the maximum exit limit. The typical capacity is around 450. Its smaller wingspan, 68.4 versus 79.95 meters, than the Super Jumbo has proven useful because it increases the number of airports it can land in. 8. Beluga XL. The Beluga XL is not a unique type of aircraft, but rather an enhancement for the Airbus A330. Therefore, some would question whether it belongs on such a list. It is one of the biggest airplanes you will commonly see flying, regardless of how you operate it. It has the largest volume of all. Its fuselage volume is 2,209 cubic meters. The Boeing Dreamlifter comes in last place in terms of volume, with 1,840 cubic meters. Since its inception, Airbus has spread out the production of its aircraft among several locations. It was formed as a partnership of many European manufacturers to compete with Boeing. Airbus developed the Beluga XL and Beluga to move its aircraft's parts. 7. STRATOLAUNCH. The STRATOLAUNCH aircraft, with the full name of the Scaled Composites Model 351 STRATOLAUNCH. This gigantic double fuselage aircraft has the astoundingly biggest wingspan of any aircraft ever constructed, measuring 117 meters. The closest behind this was the An-225 at 88.4 meters. It was designed to carry a rocket that could weigh up to 250 tons for launch into space between the fuselages. The 747-400 serves as the basis for its 6 engines and a significant amount of its technology. The two 73-meter-long fuselages each have a right cockpit where the pilots sit. On the left, unpressurized side, solely, the equipment is utilized. 6. Airbus A380. When it comes to passenger capacity, volume, weight, and wingspan, the A380 is the largest passenger aircraft ever built. However, the Boeing 747-8 and forthcoming Boeing 777-9 perform better in terms of length, technically built but not yet in service. Airlines frequently operated with a capacity of 400 to 550 seats, despite the fact that it has an exit maximum of 853 people. This level of capability is an engineering achievement. Sadly, the result fell short of the expectations of most carriers. 5. Lockheed C-5 Galaxy. Another substantial transport aircraft with a high size and payload rating is the C-5 Galaxy. It is a Lockheed military transporter aircraft built in the U.S. that entered service in 1970. It was designed to function similarly to older, more efficient transports like the C-130 Hercules, but with additional room. It is slightly longer than 75 meters, outdistancing both the A380 and the N124 in length. It features a 127-ton cargo capacity and in-flight refueling for a very long range. It is still in use by the U.S. Air Force despite the arrival of several big transport aircraft. The Boeing C-17 Globemaster, which is large but not as large as the C-5, is a good example. 4. Antonov N124. Unfortunately, the Antonov N225 BRIA is no longer the largest Antonov aircraft in operation. After Russia invaded Ukraine and bombed the Gostomel airport on the first day of the war, the Ukrainian six-engine Dream cargo-only plane, or what's left of it, lays in the rubble outside of Kyiv. Even though it is produced by the same manufacturer as the N225 and is smaller, the N124 is one of the largest commercial freighters. The Ki-5 aircraft have been manufactured since it was first introduced in 1982. Before the introduction of the 747-8, it was the heaviest commercially produced aircraft. 3. 747 Dreamlifter. Boeing's redesigned fuselage transporter is called the Dreamlifter. The fuselage of this is built on an extended 747-400, and an original tail swing door provides complete access to the fuselage. It was made to transport components for the Boeing 787 from Italian and Japanese vendors to final assembly facilities in South Carolina and Washington. In 2007, the first Dreamlifter was put into operation. Today, there are 4 in the fleet. Despite being a big airplane, other ones outperform it statistically. It is inferior to the Beluga XL in terms of fuselage volume. And even though it is longer than the Beluga XL and the 747-400, the 747-8 outperforms it. 2. Super GUPPY. Every organization in the world has given up on the obese airplane, except for one NASA site. According to the U.S. Space Agency, the GUPPY's small size makes it perfect for carrying rocket and spaceship parts. The inflated fuselage from the 1965-era Boeing C-97 freight variant was utilized to construct the Super GUPPY. For the delivery of large and unusually shaped cargo, the Airbus Beluga has almost entirely replaced the turboprop cargo jet, but as long as NASA finds a use for it, the enormous GUPPY will continue to confound people in the sky. 1. Antonov 225. The Antonov 225 is the largest aircraft in the world by most standards. There is just one of these enormous transport planes, the Antonov 225. The Buran spacecraft as well as its rocket boosters were intended for transport by the Antonov 225. However, after being renovated in the wake of the Soviet space program's demise, the aircraft soon found a new airlifting business. The maximum takeoff weight of the Antonov 225, the biggest airplane ever built, is 710 tons. Now you know the biggest plane in the world. Comment below what machine should we discuss next, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon. See you in the next video.